Hey guys, it's Stacy, Lambert Creations 26, and I'm coming to you guys today. I received a package from Miss Tia here on YouTube. Hello, Miss Tia. Um, I cannot remember what the name of her channel is on here. I am so sorry, Tia. But Tia sent me a message and told me that she would be sending something in remembrance of my dad. I had asked for a pocket letter, and I don't think people, I don't know. I need to find people who do pocket letters still because I love pocket letters and I want some, and I don't know anybody that really does them anymore. I think Miss Elizabeth is making one, but most everybody else, which I didn't hear much, back on my video. But anyway, I received a package in the mail from her today, so I want to share with you guys what I received. I'm not sure what's in the box. I have not opened it yet, so we are going to open it. And guys, I'm telling y'all what, the postal rates are just crazy. I mean, it is just crazy. I was this box, it says the package weighs 1 pound 8.30 ounces is what it's got on it, and this costed her $14.10 to mail. And to me, that is just, it's crazy. I mean, this box isn't even that big. I mean, it's not that big. But I'm just and it's, well, let me see if I can't do this. See, it's not that big of a box. And it's just crazy what they are charging for shipping this day and time. It's just crazy. But anyway, I'm going to get into this and see what Miss Tia has sent. I'm excited to see. And I didn't want to show the top of the box because it's got both of our addresses on it. So I did not want to show the top of the box. But Miss Tia, I thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what you have done. So there is a note in here, and the cards I always like to keep to myself because you just don't never know what they might be saying in here. And a lot of times, like if I send a card or something to somebody, I don't really like for the message to be read, but I mean, if they do, they do, but I'm just not one for like reading the messages and stuff. But this is the card, and Miss Tia, I will read the message that is on the inside of this after I'm off camera. And so everything seems to be wrapped, so I am going to start pulling out things that way we can get this box off of the, so that is just tissue paper. Okay, so let's put that to the side. And ooh, look at this box. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to start with this. So let's put this over to the side. And it says, because someone we love is in heaven, there is a bit of heaven in our home. And then she sent me these cute little die cuts. This one says, butterflies appear when angels are near. What we once enjoyed and deeply loved, we can lose for all that we love deeply, because or we can never lose, for all that we love deeply becomes part of us. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Gone but never forgotten. Rest in peace. That one's pretty. Look at that one. And then there is this one in here. It says, in loving memory. And always on my mind, forever in my heart. And y'all, I sure do. I sure do miss my daddy. I miss calling and him answering the phone, you know, and asking me how I'm doing and stuff. And I really do miss my dad. Forever in my heart. Rest in peace. And it came in this really cute little envelope that she made. And then we have this. I'll put this in my drawer with my little string so I can reuse that on something else. Oh, how pretty. Look at this. I could put a picture of my dad over here. That is pretty. And look at this. Oh, wait a minute. It goes like this. And does that open? Oh, yeah, okay. And then there's this on the inside. That is so pretty. And then look at these pretty snippets that she sent. I can definitely use these in a journal because I intend on doing a journal. That is gorgeous. I will never forget you. And I think because I'm going to do a journal of him whenever I'm able to sit and look at photos. It's hard for me right now to look at photos because I miss him so much. And I was a daddy's girl, so I mean it's just hard to, you know, if you've ever lost a parent, you know what I'm talking about. I love this. And she done a couple of these. And this will be good for writing or adding a photo on. So I like that. So thank you so much for that, Tia. Really like that. I am definitely going to be using that in my junk journal. And then next we have this one here. And I'll put this to the side so I can reuse that. Y'all, I hope y'all are having a blessed day today and trying to stay cool because, I mean, it is hot. It is very hot out. I am in Georgia and whew, the humidity is awful out there. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love how she did the trim at the bottom. And then now we will undo. And that ribbon I will end up putting back on this, I do believe, because that is just gorgeous on there. Oh my, look at all the... Isn't that pretty? Okay, y'all, I've got to turn this around so I can look at this. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is gorgeous. Oh. And in the little pocket, it says, under his wings and sunshine in the soul. And then there is, let's see, Okay, so there's this one. And then you can write on the back. And this is so pretty. I love this, Tia. Thank you so much. And then this is got a little tuck spot right here. I love making these, like the little tuck spots. I think they're just really neat. You can add stuff just, tucked in there just a little bit. But I love that. Look at the around these crayon. That is so pretty. You'll have to tell me about this paper, Tia. I'd like to know where you found this. This is gorgeous. And then we have, there's this tag that she made. That's something I want to start doing, is doing the sewing around a project, because I love the look that it gives it. And then there's this tag. This is so pretty. And then there's like this, which is can be you can journal on the back of it, or you can use it for a bookmark. I love the swans. These are so pretty. How pretty that paper is. I love that. And then, isn't that pretty? Then another place for me to write. I love this because that gives me a lot of places to write about my dad. And then, guys, look at the inside. Look at that paper. Love that. This is gorgeous, Tia. I really, really love this. Oh, and then look on this side with the paper. Look at how pretty that is. Love, love, love that. I will have to make a place for this on my shelf, because I absolutely love this. And then I'm definitely going to be putting the ribbon back on it, like just to hold it in place. And then we have this box. We'll see what's in here. I know that Miss Elizabeth is going to be sending a pocket letter, and I know Miss Shannon, which is another one of my besties, Miss Shannon is going to be sending something, and so I can't wait to see what you ladies have done. Tia, that is so sweet. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so sweet. Okay, this little note here, I'm going to read this one. The other one, I'm sure is probably more personal. But this one says, to Stacy, I know you haven't been able to order from Crafty Me Shop, so I put together your very own candy box with Esme's laces and appliques. Love, Tia. Look at that little paper. Isn't that pretty? Tia, thank you so much. This really, I mean, just, guys, look at this. Ooh. Okay, so we have got, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Is that not pretty? And then here is another piece. And look, okay, I'm going to move this way. Look at this piece. That is gorgeous. And then there's this. And there is another piece of that. I love the stuff that Esme has on in her shop, but I haven't been able to shop there in a while. But now, hopefully, things are looking up for us. So hopefully, I will be able to, every now and again, get back to doing a little bit of shopping. So Tia, thank you so much for this. You just don't know how much I love this. Look at how pretty. And I'm going to be making some junk journals, and so these pieces are going to come in very handy. Wait, this goes, wait a minute, which way does that go? This way. Look at how pretty that is. And then here is some beautiful, like a dusty pink lace. That is gorgeous. And then here is another one of those. This would be gorgeous on the corner of a journal. And then we have a couple of doilies. And some adorable pink lace. And here is some more. And then we have this pink lace. I have to keep this in this little box because the box is cute itself, so I'm going to have to keep it. And we'll look at this dainty one. Isn't that pretty? Y'all, I don't know. My older camera worked so good, and then with all the updates on the desktops and stuff, I had to get another computer, or not another computer. Oh, I ain't got one of those yet. I had to get another camera, and that camera does really good for like video chat and stuff, but then it wasn't doing good for this kind of stuff. So now I got this one, and I guess it's just going to have to be, that I keep stuff because it's got an autofocus and everything on it, but my other camera, like you could do like this, like even come up, I mean like that, and it would do so good, but this one, it doesn't do it, so it has to be kind of down here. So I hope you can see that very well. And then there's this pink trim. And then there's this, which is absolutely gorgeous. See, it starts to focus on it, and then well, see, there we go. Isn't that pretty? And then there is this. That is so pretty. I love that. And then here are these gorgeous trims. I love these. These are so pretty. And then there's some of this. Love that. And there's some of this. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And some of this. Oh. And there is a flower, a little rose. And then there's some of this. That's really pretty. Look at that. Love that. And then there's some of this. Let's see if we can't. Just like this. And then we have some of this. I like that. I like that design on that one. And look at that. That's got, it's got tulle and then that edging on it. That is so pretty. And there's some of this. Ooh. Okay, so get this where you can see this good. Isn't that pretty? I cannot wait to make some projects with this because I've got journals that I'm going to start making, some junk journals, and I think I want to make some of them kind of shabby chic looking. And oh, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I love that. And then there's some pretty brown, and that's got like a oh, I was going to say that's an edging. That's not an edging. I had it turned backwards. It goes like this. Isn't that pretty? But it's stretchy. That is pretty. Another flower. Boy, Tia, you packed this little box full. And then there's this, which looks like that. That is so pretty. I like the scallop on that one. That is so pretty. And then we have this. Ooh, I like this. Looks like this, and it's got a little fringe on the end. Isn't that pretty? I have to fold that one back up. And then last but not least, there's this. And it looks like that. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Miss Tia, thank you so very much for just wanting to take the time and to send me just something to make me smile. I really appreciate it. And I love everything that you sent. And I will definitely be using the laces and trims in projects. And I am definitely going to be using this to do some stuff about my dad, because I really like this. This is super adorable. So thank you so much. And Tia, please forgive me about not remembering what the name of, I know it's Treasured something, Treasured Journals or something, but y'all, Tia, when you see this message, because I know you'll respond, please just drop your channel into the comment section so that they'll know where to find you at, please. And guys, she is super sweet. We have become good friends. I just adore her, and we don't get to talk every day, but we do try to message each other a couple of times a week and stuff to check in on each other. And y'all just go over and give Tia some a follow and show her some love, because she is a very sweet lady. She's a very sweet friend of mine, and I just adore her. So Tia, thank you so much, honey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.